Oh, that's why. Okay. High pitch feedback, but you still probably what? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? We got a commercial. Can you hear me now? No? Can you hear me now? Just high pitch feedback. Dang, I don't know what happened, guys. I am going to have to, unfortunately, probably cancel this and come back a little bit later. Wait, you can hear me now? No? Still no sound? Dirty. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you can hear? We can hear now? Can people hear? Yes, no, maybe so. We're good to go? Yes, you can hear. Okay, perfect. Man, that was a disaster. I don't know. And that's the thing. I don't know what happened. I didn't change anything. That was a disaster. But we are here. Yeah, so back to business. Nobody could hear what I said. First and foremost, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Raider Nation. It's your boy Turf. Drinking syrup. And yeah, it's about time I got everything working. So yeah, as I was saying, over the weekend we were fortunate to be a part of what was unbelievable. A bunch of firsts for not only NCAA gymnastics in general, but NCAA gymnastics for my Golden Gopher girls, the University of Minnesota. Not only did these little girls defy the odds, they accomplished things that had never been done this year. First and foremost, ranked 13th or 14th all season. Tops. No team in NCAA gymnastic history has ever made the nationals finals in double digits. Check mark. Minnesota. Second, which is the most important one in my opinion, first time, all time ever making it to nationals for the University of Minnesota. It was amazing to see. Unfortunately, a lot of people didn't get to see as much as they should have. There's a whole lot going on out there, right? I was doing good until you guys couldn't hear me. I don't know what happened, but anywho, we're gonna move forward, and shout out to my Gopher girlies, man. Shout out to my daughter Taryn, trailblazing, making history, bringing dad to places. You know what I'm saying? That he would have never done himself. So, we're gonna dive right into it, man. Chat lives matter. Chat lives matter. So let's dive right in. I see we got John Batista, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show, and hopefully you should be able to hear me now. We got Bruce Van, 5W in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Rocky, the King of Queens, New York. It's cracking, Rob. Appreciate you for coming through, man. And last but not least, man, so we can keep it moving real quick and dive in since I'm already struggling over here, man. We got Colt YS. 1, 2, 3, 4. Raiders. First question of the day. How do you think Kirk Cousins is going to do? That's a great question. And of course, it's a question everybody wants to know. 100%. What I think, and I'll just give you straight up, flat out what I think Kirk is going to do. Kirk is going to walk into familiar territory, meaning that he's already played with and for this coach. So, check mark. Kirk knows this offense. Kirk knows the system. Kirk is going to have a leg up on my guy AOC. Shout out AOC, right? There's going to be problems everywhere. But the reality is Kirk Cousins has the ability, understanding, and experience, right, and veteranism to lead this team where it needs to be, and absolutely, pretty much handle what's necessary for the next 2 years. And I'm assuming that's exactly what it'll be, a couple of years. But that will be up to Kirk, right? This scenario is shaping up to be very similar to what happened in New England, right? And again, I know we've been dealing with this reference to New England for I don't know how long now with McDaniels, right, and the whole regime there, and now with Tom Brady. But the reality is it really does remind me of this. You had old school Bledsoe, right? Who was a monster. Shout out to Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe is the real deal, man. I mean, I believe he's still in the record books, probably for top 10, maybe 15 of all time. Statistically, you know what I mean? Obviously, you can fight for days on who you like in terms of quarterback play. But, yeah, this looks very similar in terms of if Colt YS, we decide to draft Mr. Mendoza or any quarterback, if you will, for that matter, this year, due to the fact that, right, you gotta have him sitting behind, learning from the veteran Kirk. We already know Brady's philosophy. If it's up to Brady, this rookie won't play, right? He'll put him in Aaron Rodgers territory, 4 or 5 years on the sideline, right? Love's territory. That's what he's going to do from that respect. So, with that being said, I mean, I don't know, man. You asked some great questions. Who I think is going to start? There's no thing. And the reason why I say that is this. Look. We've already run into this scenario and wanted to have to figure out who was going to play and kind of how it leaned. We saw flat out that Gardner Minshew did not beat out Aiden O'Connell. And in fact, I would vouch, and I wish that would be the question I would have for Antonio Pierce. Who did you really want to play? Was it Minshew, or were you forced with that because of the $15 million price tag? Was that pushed upon you, my boy? I would bet you that would be pushed upon him. 100%. We already know and understand a lot of things were pushed upon him. So, there you have it. So, him or Fernando, no question, it's it's going to be Kirk Cousins, guaranteed. The keys are already handed over. He already had the playbook in his hands before this went public, in my opinion. If I'm Clint Kubiak, it's your first shot, right? Rookie head coach. You want to do everything right. I think this is exactly why you're seeing what you're seeing, the familiarity of everyone involved. I don't think it gets any better for both sides of the fence. It's not a big cost for us in any way, shape, or form, so we kind of win in that battle. And I mean, he's got a wide receiver he's played with. What is it, Naylor? I forget how you. I apologize, sir. Yeah. Let me see. I apologize. Let me get this right. Yeah, it is Naylor. See, I was correct. Shout out, Jalen Naylor, bro. Cheers, Jalen Naylor. Again, I believe they played together in Minnesota. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Won't be the first or the last time. Turf is wrong from that respect. But yeah, I think you're going to see a very comfortable person in terms of our quarterback and the quarterback play. Now, I say a comfortable person in terms of what they have to deal with in terms of getting themselves up to speed and hit the ground running. Now, offensive line-wise, 100% question mark. No idea. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say from that respect. And we'll have to see, right? We'll have to see how that plays out. I don't even want to really kind of put anything on that just yet, because I'm not aware. I'm not sure on how those things are going to play out. But as you stated, I mean, in terms of who do I think is going to start, right? All that good stuff. There you have it. Now, see, Cole YS, you are asking all of the right questions. You're getting everything out of me up front. And it's so funny you asked this question. Do I think the Raiders are a playoff contender? And this is where I wish the homies was on. I wish the Raiders Syndicate was listening right now, because I know I'd be making a few people happy with this, because they're kind of tired of Turf being a Debbie Downer, right? And in reality, just more of reality as opposed to living in the clouds and, always constantly glass half full kind of guy. I'm kind of all set with that right now, and until we really see some things playing for ourselves. But yeah, the question was, do I see us making the playoffs? The honest truth? We're doing a mock draft. If they draft the way that I draft, we got a shot. I was actually propositioned today, pause. Shout out to my dog, Dwight. My man wholeheartedly believes, just off of what we've done already, that we're going to the playoffs. And yeah, I'm nowhere close to sold on that. Nowhere close to sold on that. Shout out to Heavy Hitters. It's cracking Heavy Hitters. Appreciate you for coming through, man. Hope you enjoyed the show. But no. Look, if I do what I think we're kind of forced to do, and that force is going to come from the others outside, and that is picking the quarterback with the number one pick. we are forced to do that because we don't have any trade offers that make sense, then no, we are absolutely not going to make the playoffs. When not only are we not going to make the playoffs, I would put our ceiling at about 6 games. And this is respectfully, this is objectively, honestly, I'd put us at about 6-7 games max. And the reason being is because we'll be picking a player in the number one spot of a draft that's got some talent. It's tough, and that's the thing, to pick a person at number one. It's got to be very solid, and I don't know if anybody's gonna trade for this kid. They're thinking like I'm thinking. I already know, and that's why we have to take him. There's really no other draft value at number one outside of Fernando Mendoza. That's, I think, something that I've never brought up, I've never discussed, I've never talked about publicly and openly. And that's even with TRS. I've never said this, period, across the board. And the reality is, if there are no valid trade offers, we are absolutely guaranteed stuck with picking Fernando Mendoza. And I would be upset if we didn't. I don't think we can go and get a Jeremiah Love at 1, kind of like how we did at 6. Yeah, I'm wearing this for a reason. I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can go out here at number 1 and, pick up the best wide receiver in the draft and be able to justify that as value with the number 1 pick. It's tough to justify this number 1 pick. But what I can tell you is that if nobody gives us the right value for it, you absolutely have to pick the quarterback. And trust me, nobody's going to be upset with that. Even the people like myself that do not want this kid. And that's even if you're given a king's ransom or not given a king's ransom. It doesn't matter. I just don't want it. I don't want it. I've already given my reasons. I know we're going to get him again, and that's because of my reasons. That's the whole point of it, ladies and gentlemen. If this kid was so valuable, you would get a king's ransom for him. And that's going to be what we find out on Thursday night. Who's willing to give a king's ransom for the most average Heisman Trophy winner of all time? You heard it from Turf first. We've had good, bad, and ugly in terms of number 1 draft picks. This guy will be talked about in the breadth. I'm not going to say that. Well, it will be in the same realm of a Jamarcus Russell. I'm just going to say it. I said I wasn't going to say it. I'm going to say it. That's what's going to happen to this kid. If we pick him, he's going to be in the realm of Jamarcus. He's going to be in the realm of, bust. He definitely won't do anything until he leaves the organization. So, we got people in the building, man. We love everybody, bro. Ski Mate, I4H in the building. Raiders are trash. Appreciate you for coming through, bro. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'm glad you came through to say that, though. Anything helps. We know the Raiders are trash. What, you thought I was going to argue with you? Shout out to Loyalty. What do you think? Their biggest threat in the AFC. Who's the biggest threat in the AFC? I'm going to get back to you on that because I see another person. Jesus is the way. He's in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoy the show. Do you want Cousins or Mendoza start week 1, in your opinion? Right? I already said something about that. It's no question it's going to be Kirk Cousins. You don't pay someone like Kirk Cousins to come in and play, even though I know most of that money is being paid for by the Falcons. You still don't pay somebody like him to come in to sit, especially behind a rookie. And I think a lot of people don't understand the the drastic uphill battle you have as a rookie. I mean, all of the greats. No one came out the gate just straight with no problems. Sophomore slumps, whatever the case may be. We're gonna have to see that. Let's go Steelers. Shout out to the Steelers, bro. Ski mate. Only other reason I'm gonna give you that first and foremost, shout out to Mike Tomlin and his daughter. She's a Bulldog. They did not make nationals, but actually, excuse my French. I'm over here lying. They absolutely did make nationals. Georgia Bulldogs was 100% a part of the Elite Eight. They were there Thursday night. And matter of fact, they were part of the first session. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Your ex-coach who now just got a very lucrative deal, I'm pretty sure, and a great deal to commentate, right? And that's in Mike Tomlin. I would have loved to play for Mike Tomlin. I would have loved to play for Mike Tomlin. He's one of those guys I can understand. I can see it where you either love or hate him. It's so funny I say that because my guys, right? We're a mixed bag of bunches, man. It's so funny too because you got guys that's closer to my age and they're not trying to hear that getting coached hard, and then you got guys that's younger, that might be feeling that. You know what I mean? In this day and age, you are absolutely not. You are absolutely not getting people feeling being coached hard. That's just a thing of the past. For me personally, I didn't mind getting my ass chewed. Pause. Especially if it was deserving. Man, I'm out there half-assing. Yeah, come on, man. But yeah, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot to discuss, man. It's a whole lot to discuss. Yeah, Ski Mate, you are right. Y'all might get a quarterback. When do y'all pick? That's going to be interesting for y'all because you're dealing with the old man. I'm shocked he's doing his boy like that too, and McCarthy. Right? That's dirty. That was your dog, man. That was your dog. Best watch for less is in the building. We got user 55 too, NC. Appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. We got Apocalypse 4234 in the building. Marino did. I already know what you're talking about. And you're right. Name one more. See, and that's my point. Because only people of age, and I know you're of age now, Apocalypse. Now I know you're of age, bro. Because there's nobody that understands the true genius and treat that we got with regards to the great damn Marino. Shout out to Marino, Mark Duper. Bro, that was a sight to see, man. Let's see what else this man has to say. At number 36, if a nasty defensive tackle is there that could really upgrade the hunters we have in the linebacker room, Jamarcus never tried. He's already beat. Bro, so I don't know. And this is not to change your mind. Apocalypse. This is not to change your mind. This is not to push you in any direction. But what I will say, and I'm pretty sure this is common knowledge now. I'm almost positive Schwaggart said this out loud, but Lane Kiffin did not do Jamarcus Russell any favors, bro. He didn't do him any favors. I mean, trust me, Jamarcus didn't do himself any favors. But the reality is he didn't want him. and he was going to make it as difficult as possible. So, yes, we all have heard about the blank tape, right? But at the same time, have you heard about the lack of coaching? Have you heard about him literally not even being talked to? Um, not being treated like a number one draft pick, any of that kind of stuff based on this coach? How his head coach treated him in terms of being drafted and him not wanting to draft him? You got to look at that. Exactly. 100%. Jamarcus could have came into the building with the best attitude on the planet. And nobody's going to get me to believe or convince me that he had any shot in hell. When the head man at the top, the one that's saying who's QB or not, unless he's getting overridden by the guy sitting in the big chair, you know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to dive all into that. We know the story. For the people that do. For the people that don't, do your research. Go do your homework. I love it though, Apocalypse. I love it. Yeah. So there you have it, man. There you have it with that. Yeah. I don't know, man. I am so far removed from wanting to get this kid as a number one pick for so many reasons. You know, the biggest reason of all, and it falls right into our mock draft, our final real mock draft, and what I honestly think the Raiders are going to do if there's anything out there and available, and we'll see it in our mock draft. But I believe that the Raiders will trade back. Shout out to Pablo Ramos. Vega, appreciate you for coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Yes, I'm telling you right now, I think we will trade back. Call it wishful thinking. I call it smart planning. I think there are other teams that are willing to be stupid. Yeah, I said it. Turf said it. Turf said it out loud. I think there are going to be some people reaching very far. Reach very far. Very far. It's going to be a reach. And they're going to give us a king's ransom. And with that king ransom, I think that could equate to roughly 4 players. Potentially more. Could you imagine? Check this scenario out. I don't know about y'all. People have been doing mock drafts on the regular. It's very rare that you don't have a trade offer as a Raider in terms of first pick, in terms of your second pick, right? All of those things. Depends on how it shakes out, right? But the bottom line is, I could see us trading back twice. 2 times. I could see us getting 4 players this year in the top 2 and 2 more next year. I could see a king's ransom. I can see it. I can see trading out of 1 to 2. Trading out of 2 to what? 6, 7, 8. 3. I can see trading out of 2 to 3. Do it again. We could control this draft probably more than any other draft has ever been controlled by any one team ever. I really believe that. I believe we have a unique situation on our hand. The problem is there's no real true number 1. That's the devastating, sad story of this year. And I don't know who will ever admit it. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. There is no one there. There isn't a number one, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there won't be one come hindsight, but there is not a single one person you're putting your life on the line for and hanging a gold jacket on out of this draft. There's not one. Name one. Anybody. One, some, anybody. I don't see it. There's not a single number one draft pick. There's nobody that's like guaranteed, gotta have, don't understand why. Yeah. Yeah. I'm at a shock, if you will, from that respect. If you don't see it. You know what I mean? But we are where we are. We are where we are. We are where we are for a lot of reasons. I'm glad we're doing our last mock draft tonight. I'm glad we get to have these conversations, man. Those were just the questions that's coming off the rip, man. Just the questions coming off, bro. Crazy guy. Are you kidding me, bro? Absolutely. I remember you're the Bears fan. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah, this gonna be a little long one. A little long one. Pun intended. Ladies, well, it won't be the last show, I should say. And in fact, I am cooking up a draft show. Fire! If y'all remember, that's how I met Protect the Shield. I think that might have been the first time we shared the screen on camera together, man. And I had my boys. I had Kiki out there. I had a few of my guys I played with at MSU. Yeah, we chopped it up the whole first night. That was pretty dope. Didn't know Chris at all at that time. We was all being good. Bro, TRS, do y'all know how good Chris was that first day? And when I say good, I mean, man, he was on his P's and Q's. He was like that little kid going over to somebody's house for the first time, showing his manners. Man, listen here. Protect the Shield is a hot mess. I love that boy to death, bro. Y'all have no idea, man. We got some real ones, man, in terms of Raider Nation content, all that good stuff. People that really care about the things they do. And yeah, but I'm going off on tangents. Bro, I wish I could be going to the draft too, man. Shout out to those guys going to the draft. I know Chris is. I know 805 is. Severe. First Lady at TRS. Myra. Yeah. Everybody's going. I'll be hosting the draft party. Show up. Show out. I'll be pushing up the link. It's going to be a live one. It's going to be a live one. I haven't done one in a couple of years because I've been at the draft. But this year it'll be different. So chime in. Check it out. And we always gonna get some live content. We got people there. We got people with boots on the ground. In the building. In the building, as they call it. So there you go, man. There you go. There you have it. I'm trying to see. This looks like from another. It is. This is from the other night, but I will start talking about this stuff because before we go into the draft, right, the mock draft, we gotta have these conversations. I'm curious to know how people feel about the new gimmick, if you will, that I'm calling it, because I thought about it a lot. And I thought about it from every angle I possibly could think about it. I thought about it from straight up. 4th, 5th grade. Not 6th grade yet. See, so where I come from, elementary grade school was all the way up through the 6th grade. Middle school was only 7th and 8th. And then high school was 9th through 12. Shout out to the Connecticut. I know that was not the case here where I currently live in Texas. I know for a fact 6th, 7th, and 8th grade is middle school. 9th grade is high school, and 5th grade and under is elementary. That's what that is, But look, where am I going with all of this, right? I know that's what you guys are thinking. This is where all of this stuff starts, man. This is where all this stuff starts. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see the risk versus the reward and a lot of this stuff that's happening. The things that people are going to do, right? Building this culture. So Kubiak, I'm so curious to hear how y'all think about this. So Kubiak, yeah, he's created this new thing. It's not new. He's creating his culture, right? He's the new head coach. He's got this thing now. You guys see the helmet. You see the very shield right here. You gotta earn the shield now, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta earn that. You gotta earn that. That's Clint Kubiak. They're out there on the field right now in silver and black. Just that. What's your thoughts? Because I think back all the way back, even a little bit before then. Where I come from in Pop Warner, you got stickers on your helmet. Whether it be an amount of tackles, right? X amount of tackles equal to sticker. Touchdowns equal to sticker. Right? Turnovers equal to sticker. You guys get where I'm going. Well, the new incentive apparently for head coach Kubiak, the sticker of the shield. Some people are like, yeah, I like it. I love it. Right? Shout out to T. Alexander. It's still going to be sour. You're probably right, bro. You're probably right. I ain't even gonna hold you. Look, if you thought you was coming to the channel where you're not gonna run into an objective Raider fan, sorry. Definitely unsubscribe. If you wanted a bias, I'm in the clouds, hey, always optimistic, glass half full guy. Came to the wrong channel, homeboy. This ain't it. You missed that guy like 2 years ago. It's about been a year and a half, I'll say. I don't know. It depends on how you look at it. Yeah. It's been long gone, buddy. So, yeah, with that being said, it is what it is, man. Yeah. But yes, I agree with you, Apocalypse. And I'm going to put that up there for all to see. It is some Raider-ish. But what I got to put the flip side on for you and get you to understand. You old, dude. I'm sorry. I think I might be the one breaking it to a couple Apocalypse tonight. Like they broke it down to me. And it really made sense after I started to look at it and think about it. Like, we're old, man. These days are over. Truth is, I can assure you what these guys are thinking, particularly the veterans. Because I'm not going to lie, even as a veteran in our day, this is corny, dog. You know this is corny. I gotta earn my shield as a dog on this team that only gives you the reason to have a team. Come on, bro. You're not gonna slap me in the face and get away with it without packing your lunch and having a long day. And that's basically what you're saying to me as a veteran, walking up in this building, telling me you're going to take anything from me and I got to earn it. First off, who the F are you? Kubiak. Where's your credentials, homeboy? What you did in this league as a head coach, dog? Because as a veteran, that's how I roll. I can go to any one of these teams and show up and show out. What you gonna do? You're coach. I'm that guy. I'm that dude. I'm that boy, homeboy. I'm that son. I am him. Oh, Kubiak. Where's Kubiak? You still earning? Hey, Kubiak, you got Marcus Allen on your squad. I mean, this guy thinks he's Marcus Allen already. He's got to earn his shield. You see how corny this is? It was corny for us, let alone being corny today. But I get it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying I should dislike it or anyone else. No, man, to each his own. This is something that Kubiak's got to deal with. It can be a accelerator, right? He's in those dry areas where you can scorch that fire quick, or it could be the exact opposite. Fastest trip to Antarctica. You lose everything off of one gimmick. It's a gimmick, ladies and gentlemen. I grew up on gimmicks. I grew up on those incentives. You know how many times I had parents telling me that they was talking about my mama? You know, bro, it's high school-ish. See, this is how you know you suck, ladies and gentlemen. See, I don't know. And this is where, hey, I'm going to get on my high horse with this one for tonight because I think we need it. This is how you know you absolutely stink. Y'all are over here getting hyped up, having a conversation about stickers on helmets and how to get people motivated. And where adults and professionals wow, how mighty. How the mighty have fallen. You see what I'm saying here? Bro, this is it's past laughable. It's past laughable. You know, you're already a rookie. One would say this is a very, very, very rookie thing to do. What some I've heard, he's talked to all of his leaders. They all knew about it. Got him. Yo, these people be cracking me out, bro. I love content creators. I love people that talk about this stuff like they're in the locker room. That's including me, ladies and gentlemen, because I ain't never been in a Raider locker room. I shouldn't say that. You know what I mean. I mean, literally, as far as a player. I've never been in the NFL. I've never been in any professional locker room. I don't count semi-pro. Like, that's blasphemy. That's diabolical. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some people out here tweeting shit about it. Excuse my French. If you bring up semi-pro, that's diabolical. That's diabolical. Anything post NCAA that's not real professional, meaning overseas, USFL, right? Real establishments, it's diabolical. Yeah. Yep. Look, and hey, Apocalypse. A lot of people see it that way. Bro, and that's why I'm not mad at it. That's why, look, I can take a step back. I can take a step back and be very objective about this move. And as you can see, it's got everybody talking about it. It's a big buzz. But that's the problem. Was any of this happening for the top 6 teams in the NFL? You hear them talking about decals on helmets being motivators? Do you hear about their front offices having any of the kind of issues we have? Their players' wives running off crying every other year, heading one establishment, one function, and now being banned from another. Bro, that's... And again, see, I'm that guy that's been Debbie Downer lately. I'm the one that's bringing up the reality, the facts, the stuff that's hindering us from really trying to be great in a lot of ways. On and off. And off the field. Because they all are one. You don't look. I've never won anything team related. I have no problem admitting that. You know what I mean? That's just facts. I get it, but I'm going to be objective. Very objective. Man, my dog, it's been a minute. Sam Tucker. Appreciate you for coming through, my dude. Hope you enjoyed the show. Salute Turf. Been a wild fam. Yes, sir, it has. It really has. And Apocalypse, man, I love that you rocking with me tonight, bro. I understand from the knack. Like, you've been there before, angle, bro. A lot of grown folks think that way. That was never my thing either. My thing, man, I'll tell you, you know, because it's funny, it comes up, even still to this day, as a spectator, let alone as a competitor. But I can't act like I've been there. You lost your mind. You ain't seen me at a meet. You ain't seen me nowhere. I was, yeah. That ain't me. That's what I'm saying. I can see all the angles. I ain't a act like you've been there kind of guy though. I'm gonna tell you where I'm running. You know, when I was, this wasn't college. See, now I gotta backtrack. See, Turf got to backtrack because the reality is it's different. It's levels to this issue, as they say. Pop Warner through high school. You ain't want to deal with Turf. Turf was a menace. Turf could run around you, but would rather run through you. It's the easiest way to explain that. Got receipts, people, everything. Pop Warner through high school. Turf could run around you, but would rather run right through you. College changed all that. Ain't none of that after college. It's all about running around you, preserving all of it. Man, we've been talking a lot, bro. We've been talking a lot. Chat lives matter. We're an hour in, man. I didn't even go through any of my stuff, man. You know what I mean? Kubiak building culture or control? There are so many questions I have for the fans, for Raider fans, man. I really am curious as to y'all's thoughts on a few things. Very curious as to your thoughts on a few things. And yeah, we'll have to see. I know it will come out in the wash eventually. Shout out to KD Mac 112 in the building. Appreciate you for coming through, baby girl. Hope you enjoy this. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a roller coaster ride, ladies and gentlemen. We have the ability to really come out with a draft that is out of this world. And that's even if we go the route that Sam is discussing. I agree, Sam. Everyone knows we're getting Mendoza, but the 2 picks after that will be insane. Do we trade back for a few more? Because the top 4 rounds, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good draft class. See, that's the other aspect of this that people are trying to. There's a lot of delusion and illusion going on right now, this draft class. For one, see, look, I'm gonna keep it real. No one listens to us. See, this is where you know some people think they're definitely way, how do you put it, more important than they realize. No one's listening to Turf. But what I can tell you is, yeah, I am not 100% sold on us taking Mendoza number 1. I just not sold on it. I'm just not. It's gonna be very interesting. And then that is the other question. Are you pissed off? Apocalypse, are you mad if we don't take him? You having a whole big stink on it? You gonna, take your ball and go home if we don't pick Mendoza number 1? You done being a Raider fan? How do you feel? Do you even want Mendoza? I honestly don't know. I mean, it reminds me of Derek Carr to an extent because it's Big's bag. I think there are a lot of people, shout out to Rundown, that really just want a quarterback because they just haven't had a quarterback. They don't even care. Just pick the quarterback. They're at this point, just pick the quarterback. Just pick a quarterback. Doesn't matter. Just pick the quarterback. So what? He might be he's at least a quarter. We need a quarterback. Then you got the guys like me. We need players. We got several holes to fill. Where do you want to start? Where do you begin? So yeah, do you trade it? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I say to people. First and foremost, come back to me with how many quarterbacks that were drafted number 1 overall in terms of success. However you view success. Let's be realistic. We'll know where you're coming. See, that's how we'll know if you're disingenuous or not. Me personally, I'm going to tell you how I define success. Super Bowls. Super Bowls. That's bees. That's bees, homeboy. That's what I see. Super Bowls. And I don't think we have any of that in any of these guys, including Mendoza. I don't see him doing that for the Raiders. Not even in the slightest. Super Bowl, maybe for somebody else. I mean, after we'll get Mendoza. He'll sit for a year, guaranteed. He'll sit, probably 2, from what I know. Then they'll be forced. Right at that point, oh, Kurt, you won us 10 games. You got us to the playoff wild card. Yeah. We'll be getting a wheelchair for Kurt. He'll be wheelchairing it out of the establishment off into the sunset. And it'll be this kid's time, and it won't last long. Won't last long at all. In my opinion. Not for us. I think Mendoza has I said 7. I was going to say 7 years, because what I think is going to happen, he's going to sit these first 2. They know they're going to realize it's not what he's not. In the first 2 years, he's going to get his shot year 3, 4, right? Probably look like a game manager. Don't want to throw him away. 5, 6. We got any takers? We got any takers? That's where he lands. That's where he lands. I don't know what else to tell y'all. The mind games that are being played are so dramatic. We're hearing about how, hey, he doesn't think he did well with Brady. What is he supposed to say? Knock it out of the park with him? I'll be a Raider? Jesus. Wow, apocalypse. Wow, apocalypse. I gotta put it up there. Mendoza has everything in the quarterback prospect I'm looking for. And nobody moving me. No, it's funny. He has everything in the quarterback prospect that I see as having a ceiling in the NFL as a game manager. And nobody's moving me off of that. That man could win more Super Bowls than Tom Brady. But at the end of the day, I think even Tom Brady will tell you he was more so of a game manager than he was freakish athlete that led his team to Super Bowls on pure God-given-ish. You'll never get me to believe Tom Brady would say that out loud. Tom Brady's going to say, bro, I knew the game better than everybody else. I was smart. I focused. I knew every slice of it and took advantage. With the lack of skills that I had, that's what Brady would say. That's what Brady would say. Yeah. Yep. 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 Hey, I appreciate you, Sam. Thanks for coming through, bro. It's nice to see you chat, bro. Yeah, real tough. And I know I get it, man. There's plenty of people to watch. You already got your guys from my guys. I mean, that's how we met, from my guys, right? So I get it, man. I appreciate you, man. And as always, bro, hope you enjoy the show. And I value your opinion, bro. We definitely deserve to watch a much better team this year. Will we get that? We'll find out. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. See, and Sam, Sam is one of those ones, man. Sam go back, bro, and he'll be able to tell you, like, I've always been the most optimistic. I've always been the glass half full guy. But you can only keep pulling that on somebody for so long. Even a guy like Turf. That's going to ride a guy and stick to his team to the wheels and fall off. That's what I'm going to do. What's up, Amar Jojana? Amar Jojana is in the building. Yeah, that's how Turf rides, man. That's how I get down. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be interesting. We way past the 9 o'clock hour, so y'all know what that means. You see the signage on the screen. We got the final mock draft. This is definitely going to be the one. Like, and I told you, if there's any insight of what you want in terms of a content creator like Turf, who absolutely adores the Raiders, this is what you want to watch right now. Get your homeboys, get the babies out of bed or put them in bed. I'm going to give y'all a chance to do this. I'm going to re-up a little bit. I'm right here. Fridge right there. Right there. Quick second. I'm going to top that off. I want y'all to be prepared for this. This is absolutely going to be exactly what I expect the Raiders to do. This ain't one of those, no. This is where I'm choosing exactly what the Raiders should do. If we get a BS first round offer, reject. If we get one that's just dumb, right? Something that's not even legal for first rounders, we reject it. We pick Mendoza like we're supposed to, because that's what that means. In my opinion, when these simulators give you way too much, that's what you're dealing with. I'm topping off. Go get your popcorn. Go get your favorite drink. Turf will be right there. Topping off. Alrighty. Turf was topped. Yeah, I know it ain't all the way up to the top. That should tell y'all that this is crazy. It's crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. It's crazy, man. Crazy. All right. Y'all know where we at with this. We're gonna seen it a million times. Yeah. Your draft. Now, I do want to be very, very clear. I want to be very, very clear with this before I click the button, because this very well could be what it is. Right, what it turns into. I just want y'all to understand that. I'm absolutely 100% trading back. And I think it's 100% what the Raiders would and should do, which is why I'm doing it. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick this thing off. And as I expected, 4 trade offers. Now, what's weird about this, I don't know if they'll come in order. I don't know how this works. But with the Pittsburgh Steelers at 21 being the first one, I mean, I'm immediately dismissing this. 21 in the first round of this year's draft. And only a first round for next year and not really knowing where that falls. You know, second year looks sweet too. But you see the value offered versus the value offered. Immediately effectively rejected. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I'm telling you right now, I'm taking this deal. It's 2 first rounders this year. A second rounder this year. And a third rounder. Two first rounders this year. A second rounder this year. That's 3 picks. And a third next year. We're going from 1 to 2, ladies and gentlemen. I'll do this. I will do this. Do I think the Raiders will do this? No. I don't. It is 2 first rounders, but do I think the Raiders are taking the 2 first rounders of this draft? Wow. I mean, how do you go about this? Because technically you could go on there and take somebody and then take somebody again on 16. Yeah. We got my dog in the building. What's up, pigs? I know. Pigs, I would take this deal. But my dilemma is I don't know if it's enough. Right? Let's look at the next trade. And that's the only way we can go about this. Cardinals. What? Yeah. This is unrealistic. This right here is unrealistic, which I think automatically null and voids this. No one's giving up first, second, and a 4. That's not going to happen. I'm confused at the value offered being less. I don't think it's realistic, so we're going to reject it. We still got one more in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Cleveland Browns again. This is the one to take. And there's absolutely no way I'm not taking this. I'm getting 2 first rounders this year. I'm getting a first rounder next year. And I'm getting a second rounder and a third rounder this year. There's no way I don't take this. The problem is we all know nobody's doing this as Cleveland. Cleveland's not doing that, ladies and gentlemen. They're not. Cleveland's not going to do that. But I have to take that. Because you will see why I have to take that. You will see why. This is all on turf. I don't have pigs to help me. Shout out to pigs. I don't have TRS. I don't have Chris. I don't got my nephew. You got Cheetah. Shout out to my new salesman, bro. What's up, dude? I just don't have it. So now we're at 6 to 17. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm rejecting this offer because I want to pick at 6. I absolutely not want. I have to pick at 6. And no one's going to like me. No one's going to like this pick. No one's going to like it. No one is going to like this pick right here. Taking the tackle, bro. I know nobody's gonna like that, but so shoot, I didn't mean to do that. I closed my joint. Anywho, I told you I was gonna do this as honest as I thought. We just picked a guy that could be both. We'll figure out, but I'm not accepting this. This 24 to 48. No, I don't care about any of y'all. 24 to 31. No, it's too much on the board. 24 to 28. This is a different situation. 24 to 28. Let's see who's on the board right now. We need everything on the board. We need a defensive tackle and Peter Woods. We need a wide receiver. Mesidor is still there at 20. See, this is how you know this doesn't make sense. Peter Woods. He's interesting at this position. Cooper is interesting as well. Cooper's very interesting. We need a wide receiver badly. Let's see what the trade offers are. I have to take this, ladies and gentlemen. We get a third next year. Next year's draft is going to be all right. And we only taking 4 spots. I'm going to take it. See? I'm going to take it because Cooper's still there. Still there. I still got a wide receiver. I still got Mesidor. I still got another offensive tackle. Another D tackle in Miller. Got a cornerback. Edge. I don't want this. 28 to 47. We'll reject that immediately. 28 to 32. This is interesting. This one is interesting. We need players. The 64 is this is not realistic. This isn't realistic. I'm taking it. 32 to 45, absolutely not. 32 to 54, absolutely not. 32 to 38. Let's take a look at what we have. What we currently have is a tackle guard. Plug and play right away. You can plug and play right away. We need a D tackle. We need a D tackle bad. He's not gonna do it though. Lee Hunter. He's got a bad round, but I like this kid. I like this kid. I like Lee Hunter. I don't know. I like Christian Miller too. I mean, it's tougher. I mean, let's be real. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what the trade offer is. 32 to 38. Let's hide it one more time because this is tough. Shout out Isaac. Appreciate you coming through. Hope you enjoy the show. Bro, there's a lot going on here. You know what? 6 spots. I'm going to take it. Hey, look, I told you I was going to be honest about this. I'm not taking this 36 to 62. No. 36 to 43. No. So, we're picking that 36. I like the fact that we can get Ty here. I like it. I mean, this is the dream. It's a dream. This is not realistic. And that's where I go reading. So now do I go cornerback? Because that's going to be the thing I do here. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I don't know Brandon sees. If his rise and everything pop off, bro, he's 5'11". Sorry, Short King. Sorry, Short King. You know we like Emmanuel, though. At 36, we like Emmanuel. We like Emmanuel here. We like him a lot. We need a quarterback. Bro, this is not realistic. This is not realistic. This is not realistic. I'm not going to lie. This is not realistic. This is not realistic because if you're telling me I can get a potential franchise quarterback at 36 in the second round in Ty Simpson, I'm taking him. So I'm just going to have to deal with it. Reject this immediately, effectively, easily. All right. And we still got players. Wow. Wow. I got 38, 39, 64, and 67. Hey, yo, this team is about to be wild. I got a plethora. I don't even, this doesn't even make sense. I got the next 2 picks, ladies and gentlemen. You got Lee Hunter, bro. It's the big body. Yeah, you got edge. You got a lot going on right here. This would be amazing to get 38 and 39. I don't think he'd ever get this in life. Let me see. I don't think you ever get this in life. This don't even make sense. This don't even make sense, bro. Like, this is dumb. D'Angelo Barnes, the kid from Indiana. He's tiny. He's tiny. Brandon is not. He's tiny. Yeah, he's tiny. I don't know what to do here, guys. I like TJ Parker too. He's another one. You know what? I'm going with my gut, bro. We need a D tackle bad though. Let me see where we at with D tackles. You know what? I'm gonna cheat and show y'all. That's it. That's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. Emmanuel Warren. Oh, I thought I chose you. I chose Emmanuel. 39-43. Wow, what a great choice, I think. I don't like this. 39-43. I don't like it. I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it, you got Chris Johnson right here. I just picked a guy, though. Look at this guy. We need a corner. We need a corner. We need a tackle, too. This is tough, ladies and gentlemen. This is. See, I look. This is tough. Look, I like this kid too. I like that kid too. This Chris Johnson kid. You can't pass him up. Shout out Chris Johnson. San Diego State. I got a soft spot in my heart. 64-79. Immediately reject. I'm going to defense. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going defensive line. We got the kid from San Diego. From Florida State. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like none of that. I don't like none of it. You got something of value. You got something of value. It's way too small. Way too small. Ooh, I see him. He's gonna be there. I know what I'm thinking. Look, I was already here. I was faking y'all out. I was faking y'all out. Oh, Oscar Delp. You are coming home, bro. Oscar Delp. I mean, they really want somebody. I'd take this. For one pick, I would not take that. It's easy to pick that. Yeah. All right. Bro, I'm shocked that we still have the choices we have. Look at how many more picks we still. That's how you know it's not real, ladies and gentlemen. Who got food for next year? We got a first, a third, and a seventh for next year. And we still got 10, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 more picks. We got 8 more picks. I like this kid. And bang for the buck. Look, we need a running back, bro. And that's what happens when you do what you did. Because watch what's going to happen here. Watch what I get. Reject. Picking up my wide receiver, Skylar Bell. I know what I'm doing in this draft, ladies and gentlemen. I know what I'm doing. I got the hometown kid. Look at this. Bro, are you really going to give me another cornerback? We do need a linebacker. I don't know, bro. I think a linebacking core is pretty tough right now. Bro. We need defense. We need defense. I like this corner, bro. I don't know how I don't take Muhammad. Why do I not take Muhammad? Proctor is somebody we talked about. We talked about Proctor. How do I not take Muhammad? Y'all are crazy if you think I'm not taking Muhammad. Y'all have lost your mind. You have lost your mind if you don't think I'm taking Muhammad right there. I'm going to reject this. Lost your mind if that's what's popping up. Lost your mind. Got a running back. We do need a defensive tackle still. We do need a defensive tackle still. I think Proctor was, he was one of those guys. He's too small. Nope. Mm-mm. Too small. Conga. We'll get him though. We'll get him. We'll get Conga. Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him down the line. I wouldn't mind taking a guard. I wouldn't mind taking a guard right here. Oklahoma kid. Raz is low. Numbers ain't too bad. We don't need a center for sure. That would just cause friction in the house, bro. Got a tight end in doubt. It's Conga, bro. It's Conga, bro. That's where I was at with it. I don't know what to tell you. Wow. All right. 134. We got a D tackle. And Proctor. McClellan. I remember hearing about McClellan, but we need a real nose. That's our problem. We need a real big boy. We need a real big boy. The kid from Penn State. He might fit the bill. He's gonna be closer, but he's still too light in the butt for a 3-4. He's too light in the butt. I mean, that's really all we got. That's all we got, bro. Proctor, come on. Proctor came home. Where we at? But we still have 3 picks, bro. 3 picks. Oh, I'm going nuts. I'm going nuts. Drafting D tackle. Yeah, we're gonna get through this. They still got quarterbacks. Nobody cares about that. You know why? We got 185 and 2. None of that. Mm-hmm. Well, we got see where you at. You getting anything. I know. 6-1. Oh, that's way too early. Way too early. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Where we at with it? The team is so stacked. Team is stacked. I like Deshaun Singleton. Safety. Where we at? This is the last one. We didn't get a center. We didn't need one. We linebacker. Guard, we got time. Wide receiver. Wide receiver. You know, wide receiver. Tackle. I don't know, guys. I'm trying. Another safety, wide receivers. I like these wide receivers. Carson back. Yeah, I don't know, bro. We got 2 left, and I really want to spend it on defense. Let me see if this guy's RAS score is anywhere. No RAS score. Hey, Rashad Benny. That's what I've been looking at. 6'3", 290. He's late. He's low, but I'm going to take him because I want him. One more. It's okay. That's it. They picked it for me. Yeah, I like it. Turfs. Final. Yeah. It's the final one, bro. That's it. No mas. Me tap out. Me all set. All set. I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Oh, what am I on? Oh, shit. Shoot. Yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. Hour 45 minutes. I'm going to get this cut up. We'll put it out there. Another episode of the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Plenty of content coming. Chop up. See it? How do I point to it? See that thing? Chop up. Just go to chopup.io. Chopup.io. Check it out. You will start seeing a little bit more of that. Everywhere. But yeah. Great show. Fabulous show. Tuesday night, Ultimate Raider Fan. Tomorrow night, I got to get back on track with Coach Angelo. Thursday, I got to get back on track with Spence, man. You know, dead in the water. Even though we are the dead in the water. And yeah, season's over. Gymnastics is over. All of it is what it is, man. And yeah. I don't know any other way to look at it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be exciting, bro. It's so much. It's just there's always something going on. You know when Turf's distracted, but in any event, we're good. We're good. Oh, that's what it is. Damn. So. Yeah. I'm sorry. I wasn't as interactive as I wanted to be. Yeah, I saw it. Front and center, me. Trying to focus, hone in. Spy Tech's real job. We'll see how it works out. Am I optimistic? I'll be honest with y'all. Is Turf optimistic? No. No. Be honest with you. You ask for honesty? No, I'm not optimistic. Do I think we'll do pretty much the right thing? Yeah. I think we will. So don't be too upset. Don't be mad. It's Tuesday night. Finally got a show in. We got tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. I'm here. Chop up. Till next time. Peace. Turfs out.
Think you're probably you big